Beginning with books, you will see examples of complete footnotes and endnotes and how they are constructed. Taking into consideration all you've learned about how the author portion is created for both a note and a bibliography entry, begin your book note following the author section. Remember that notes do not reverse the first author. Also remember that notes tend to use commas instead of periods. Notice the author section is followed by a comma and the title of the book in headline or title case. In Chicago note style, almost every title should be in title or headline case with few exceptions. This means every important word of the title is capitalized. The title is also italicized, showing that this is a complete work. Following the title is no punctuation unless you need to insert an edition number, for example, second edition. In this case, follow the title with a comma and the abbreviated form of second edition using a numeral. Next is the publication information. A set of parentheses encloses the city of publication, followed by a colon, the publisher name, followed by a comma, then finally the date of publication. If the reader might be confused by the city of publication, add a comma after it and include an abbreviation for a state or country, according to page 180 of Turabian's work. This construction is followed by another comma and the page number being cited in the source, end with a period. In a book bibliography entry, the author section is followed by a period. Note that the abbreviation period can serve as the punctuation. The title is displayed exactly the same as in a note, in headline case and italicized. But now the title is followed by a period. The same construction of city of publication, colon, publisher's name, comma, date of publication is used, but without parentheses. With or without parentheses, this is a very common construction. After the date of publication, the bibliography entry ends with a period. An electronic book follows the same pattern as a print book, except in a footnote or endnote, there may not be a specific page number to cite. If the work doesn't include one, use the section or chapter number instead. Follow this with a comma, then the URL or database name or DOI link, preferred over the two. The DOI link for many online works is found at crossref.org. Alternatively, if you downloaded the book from an app like Kindle, use the name of the app in place of the DOI link. As always, end with a period. In a bibliography entry, do not include cited pages. Continue after the period with a URL, database, DOI link, or app. End with a period. In a book chapter, a chapter that has a different author for the chapter than for the book as a whole has a different pattern. In a footnote or endnote, the author of the chapter comes first, in standard form, followed by the title of the chapter in quotes. It is followed by a comma and the word in lowercase letters, because it is preceded by a comma. The in is followed by the title of the larger work in italics, followed by the editor of the larger work. Follow with a comma. Include the abbreviation before the name, ed period, or eds period if there is more than one editor. Note that the example shows the editor's name as it appeared in the work. Next, the typical construction we learned for a book note follows, with parentheses that include city, colon, publisher, comma, date published, followed by a comma and then the page number cited. In a bibliography entry, the same applies. Begin with an inverted author of the chapter, followed by a period instead of a comma. Next is the title in quotations, followed by another period. Because the next element is following a period, the in is now capitalized. This is a common event except for URLs because the https:// is never capitalized in a reference even if it follows a period. For more information about URLs, consult page 145 of Turabian's work. Next is the title of the larger work in italics, followed by a comma. The editor of the larger work is introduced fully typed out in standard form, edited by Mary Janet Jones or E.F. Jacob. The editor is followed by a comma, then the pages of the chapter or essay, etc. This is not the same as the pages cited that appear in a note. This is the smaller part of the work being identified. The page run is followed by a period, then the standard publication construction for a book, without the parentheses, and the entry after the date published with a period. If this is an online item, refer to the electronic books for the ending.